in communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. Happy Sunday. This is Money Talks. I am your host, Cynthia Abbott, and I want to wish you a happy Dr. Martin Luther King weekend celebration as we honor his legacy. Today we'll be talking about honoring Dr. King's legacy and talking about how we can make sure that we focus on getting to financial freedom. Because here's what happened. Most people today, they don't get a financial education. They don't have a financial game plan. And they don't have a financial coach. I am your financial coach to financial freedom. So this results in serious problems, especially for Main Street families. So even though King taught us that we are not defined by our careers, he taught us that nevertheless, we have to make sure people take care of their jobs if they do have a job, or whatever their calling is in life. Take it serious. That's what Dr. King said. Whatever you do it to the best of your ability. He suggested that no one, no matter how lofty and how common and intense your profession is, you should do it with honor, with pride, to the best of your ability. Not just get by, not just get through, just because you want a paycheck. So we're honoring Dr. King's legacy by talking about the money. We must talk about the money. He talked about the money. That was one of his talk about getting to freedom, because we are not financially free. I'll say that again. We're not free until we're financially free. Okay, so the problem with money is that it doesn't come with an instruction manual. It really don't. It literally just come with spend, and then you got to learn how to save. I remember growing up, in third world country in Jamaica, my parents always say, it's not what you make that makes you a man or woman, it's what you save. So that was instilled in me from childhood. But what if you don't have the money to save? You have to start looking at alternatives. And that's what Dr. King stated in most of his speech. If you really listen in, everything in life comes with instruction manual, right? You buy a TV, you buy a toaster, you buy a microwave, you buy all these things, and it comes with an instruction manual. But the paycheck never does. So this is why it's important to have that financial education, because that's the key to financial freedom. Having the education, having the information, getting that manual, getting the instructions on how to make that paycheck work for you, how to make sure that you stay on track, because things happen, pandemics happen, epidemic happens, accidents happen, the car breaks down, that happens, right? The kids need things, that happens. So we have to learn how to pivot when things happen and stay in the course as we focus on fixing our money problem, because we do have a money problem. One of Dr. King's lessons on financial freedom is that he stated that it's worth fighting for. We must continue to fight for it. We must not give up. We must get up when we fall down. One of my favorite sayings from Dr. King is that there is nothing in all the world greater than freedom. It is worth fighting for. It is worth losing your job for. It is worth going to jail for. I would rather be a free pauper than a rich slave. I love that saying. And I continue to honor his memory and keeping that in mind. I would rather die in an abject poverty in my conviction than live in inordinate riches with the lack of self-respect. Now, when you build your self-respect, you're going to learn. We're going to help each other to get the education we need in order to get to the next level, to reach our goals, not giving up just because things didn't go right, not giving up because you're not getting it overnight. There is no get rich quick scheme. You have to put in the work. We have to work. We have to believe that it's going to work and stay the course. That is what Dr. King's speech was about when he talked about financial freedom. So those are powerful words, wouldn't you agree? And I like to think that King meant freedom in every sense of the word, including the financial freedom blueprint. Did you know that one of the most important investment that one could make in their lifetime is in life insurance, which is income protection? Imagine if you protect your income and you're no longer here. Your families, your children can continue to go on. And this show is not about life insurance, but I have to tell you that that's one of the most important investment that you could make in your lifetime in creating wealth, in creating, monies for your children, your next generation. It is in life insurance. Protection, because nearly half, 46% of Americans has no life insurance coverage. And this is based on a survey that was done in 2020. More than half, nearly half, rather, have no life insurance. And about 60 million American households are underinsured. They don't have enough coverage because they were sold on the wrong policy, or they're uninsured. So it's either you're underinsured or you're uninsured. So with an average life insurance coverage gap of $200,000, that's a huge gap. Because if one purchased the wrong policy, it will cost them an arm and a leg, so they're not able to protect their families the right way. And this again goes back to having that financial education. It's key to understand how it all works. I continue to bring the message. I actually do seminars in different platforms, even on social media, so that I can bring the message out, because without the financial education, we're not going to make it. We have to make sure we take the information and do something with it, because knowledge is powerful, but until you apply that, it doesn't matter. So my goal, as always, on this show is to provide you with value. Dr. King talked about value. Become valuable in the marketplace. Provide value for people, and you will change the world. And in my opinion, though, I really hate to say this, but too many of us, and I will go there, yes, African Americans who want financial freedom, we aren't willing to seriously fight for it. We have to take a step back and start thinking about how are we fighting for that financial freedom? How are we putting ourselves in the right position to get the right information so we can fight together to break the barriers of poverty? We got to take the risk, Dr. King said. Take that risk. Put yourself out there. No retreating. Just put yourself out there until you can get to your financial goals. Because the average American has $90,460,000 in consumer debt, including credit cards, personal loans, auto and mortgage loans, and student debt. These are real and serious problems. How are we looking to break the barriers of poverty? What is your plan? What is your goal? More than 1 in 3 Americans say a purchase of $100 or more would max out their credit cards. Max it out completely. We're talking about serious problems that we need to take the step back, look at our plans, our goals, our vision, and what we can do to change it. Because we're powerful people, we can change it. We have to believe that it can be changed, though. Because we fight for all the wrong things, if I must say. Just turn on the TV and I hear people talking about TV shows. Housewives fighting for what? Fighting over a bunch of nothing. Fighting, and people love to watch that fight. But what are you really fighting for? But how come more of us aren't out there fighting to teach our kids to be financially literate? We're watching other people fighting, and we're fighting for the wrong things. But we're not fighting to get that financial literacy for our next generation. Fighting to help to keep more African Americans, to graduate from college or to build a business, to become an owner, fighting against poverty. Because we live in the richest planet on earth. We can do this. We can break this. Let's honor Dr. King's legacy by learning and teaching our kids about financial literacy. We must take this seriously. Stop buying things that is not taking you anywhere, things that are devalued as soon as you purchase it. You have to start purchasing things that are valuable, that can really make a difference in your lifetime, in your children's lifetime, in your next generation lifetime. Stop buying things that makes no sense. Honor his legacy by doing something different this year, because day in, day out, year in, year out, if we keep doing the same thing, it's called insanity, because it's not working. Tweak it, adjust it, get a coach, get on track, because you can and you will. If you stay the course, you will become financially free. You will learn all the information that you need if you put yourself in the place to become a student. Read about the people who have done it, who have made it happen and change the community. At their communities, sometimes you were born in a certain area, in a certain community. You're not a product of it, But if you take yourself out of it and you're able to become financially free, you can go back and now you can lift them up, you can help them, and you can make a difference. But if you are not putting yourself in a position to make a difference, to go back, reach back and help them and bring your community the information they need to get out of poverty, if you're not doing that, you're not doing justice to yourself and you're not honoring Dr. King's legacy. We'll take a quick commercial break and I'll be right back. Stay tuned, guys.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Welcome back, welcome back. Thank you for staying with me. I appreciate you staying tuned as we talk about financial freedom and honoring Dr. King's legacy. Well, I'll bring you some more great nuggets, so I hope you're taking notes. I must make sure you understand, because when I learned this, when I got myself into the situation to learn about financial education, I wasn't always there. I got into the financial industry and I thought I knew something about money. I knew nothing. And guess what? I am still learning with you. So we're on this journey together. What is your financial independence number? What is it? Do you know what it is? Or do you know what that is? Your financial independence number. In my business, we call it a FIN number. It's the amount of money that you need to accumulate so that someday you can live off of that money and you never have to go back to work. So you will never need a paycheck, because retirement is not an age. Retirement is the amount of money that you have, so you'll never have to work again if you don't want to. You can work on your terms. You can just give back. You can continue to give value, but you don't have to work for a paycheck. So your financial independence number, and most of us don't know this. I did not know. Did I know what my net worth was before being in the financial industry? No, I did not. But I put myself in the position to learn it. You can learn it. You can learn about your net worth, your financial independence number. So your financial independence number, again, is the amount of money that you need so that someday you'll never have to work for a paycheck. Because the amount of money you need now versus, let's say, 30 years from now is a huge difference. So let's say you need to have $30,000 in 30 years when you retire. Well, 30 years from now, with the 3% inflation, we talk about inflation, the cost of goods and services, they do go up year by year. How much is your milk, bread, and eggs costing you nowadays versus 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago? Inflation is real. So if you want to retire in 30 years, let's say you want to have $30,000 a year coming in. When you discover what your financial independence number is, you will need about $73,000, which will spend like $30,000 spent today. That's how much you will need. But how do you know what that financial independence number is if you're not working with a professional that can calculate this for you based on what's coming in, what's going out, how much you're saving, how much you're investing? If you're not investing in the right vehicles, how would you know what your freedom number is? That your freedom number is your financial independence number. We all should know what that freedom number is. And when you're fighting for something, you know what it is. You know what your goal is. You know what your why is, why you're fighting for it. So if you're fighting for financial freedom, you must know what your financial independence number is, because that's your freedom number. And make sure, again, that you are sitting down with someone who have your interests at heart. I care about my clients. I make sure that they get the information if they want it, and provide them with that FIN number, that financial independence number, that they need to know what it looks like 30 years from now. Stop worrying about a steady paycheck, guys. Stop worrying about that. Don't let the fear of failure hold you back. Have faith, do your homework, and start fighting for your economic future by taking the economic reams via entrepreneurship. Being an owner, not a loner of your time. Soon enough, your success will silence the naysayers, because there are so many naysayers out there. They're telling you can't do this. You have to silence them with your work ethics. Because if you want to go into entrepreneurship and build a legacy for yourself and your family and your next generation, you will have to fight hard. And you will have to make sure that you focus on your goals and not what the naysayer goals are. Trust me when I say that even when it happens, being your own boss, it just brings you that personal freedom. And it's very rewarding. I can tell you that much. Just imagine creating something from scratch. And then later on, you see the fruits of your labor. It feels wonderful. That is independence. And just remember, again, according to one survey, I must tell you, investing in the right vehicle. According to one survey, nearly 30% say they have less than $25,000 in savings and retirement put away for retirement. They have less than $25,000 in investment? That's very low. Almost half of Americans say they worry they'll run out of money in retirement. So imagine, if you continue to work your job, if you work a job, you can build something part-time to bridge over into saving that extra money so that you can build that retirement savings. If you go into entrepreneurship full-time, you can build and you can actually save and set up a SEP IRA or some individual retirement account that can build your retirement savings. But again, you must understand that your FIN number, your financial independence number, it has to do with you saving and investing in the right vehicle. Because you are likely to live longer than you think. I know, people are living longer, right? They're living longer. So if you're living longer and the cost of goods are rising, you will have to save more money. Because the longer you live, the more money you will need. So make sure you're putting your money in the right places, again, for whatever you can or whatever you can save, or adjust your spending, adjust what's coming in and what's going out. Then you can put away a little bit more, or start somewhere. I think when someone get on that discipline of saving, it just makes it so much easier for them to increase it. But the hardest thing in life is starting, isn't it? So start now. Honor Dr. King by starting to protect your loved one, securing your future for yourself and your next generation, because you don't know, you might live to 100 years old, 120, who knows? So putting yourself in the right place, putting yourself in the right position to learn and educate yourself about what it takes to get there is key. Because most people fail when it comes to their finances, again, for not having the financial education and for not having a financial coach. Retirement readiness is about what you save, about how much income those savings generate, right? So you can save, but if that saving is not generating income, you're not hedging against inflation. So if inflation is 3% and your savings is not bringing you back 3% or more, you're not hedging against inflation. Even if you're 3%, you're equal, right? But you want to be above that. So you want to make sure you get the right information. Don't let behavioral barriers, derail your retirement income strategy. Don't follow the herd. Don't follow the people who don't have the information. Stop allowing fear to cripple your decision to get to financial freedom. Most people conform. That's not you, is it? I know that's not you. You don't conform. Many of us have been following the wrong group of people and never ask why. I can tell you, I was one of those people until I discovered, wait a minute, I have to change the people that I follow, because if I don't, I will end up just where they are. So you have to understand, the people that you're following, the people that are looking to help you, to bring you value, are those the people you're following? Are you following the people who are fighting for nonsense? They're not fighting for freedom. They're not fighting for your rights, for building a legacy for your next generation. If those are not the people in your circle, you need to change your circle. So we have to make sure that we're following people who are making the right financial decisions, not the people who are not making it financially. Because what are they going to do? How are they going to help you? You follow people who are trying, at least putting themselves in the position to get there, and not listening to the naysayers. The naysayers don't have anything good to tell you. We all know that. And that is why most people fail when it comes to their finances. People conform. Again, that's not you, is it? Most of us have been indoctrinated and taught our whole life that the best way towards good life is to get a secure job with good benefits, become an employee, become a loaner of our time, and that does not get you to financial independence. So my message again to you is to honor Dr. King when it comes to financial freedom. You are not free. We're not free until we're financially free. So we're in this fight together. Stay the course, understand your financial independence number, understand where your money are being saved, understand how much return you're getting back on your monies, and understand that recurring income. can help you. Recurring income can help you to get to financial freedom. Massive passive income can get you there. Building a legacy, a business for you and your family can get you there. Just a steady paycheck does not get you there. Dr. King talked about the paycheck. He talked about working full-time for part-time income. We know that we can change that. We know that we can put ourselves in a position. Again, there are part-time opportunities that can help you to get there. Take advantage of it. Keep your job if you want to. And do something part-time to bridge your way into speeding up that saving, speeding up that retirement saving, speeding up your wealth building. Or do something that's going to help you to build a legacy for you and your family. Let's stop the nonsense, guys. Let's stop trying to get rich overnight. Let's stop. It doesn't work. It's not working. It has never worked. It's time to stop. It's time to honor Dr. King's legacy by fighting for the right things and stop fighting one another. Fighting for financial freedom will free us. We got to stay the course. No matter what happens, no matter what barriers fall in your way, things will happen. You will feel like you're failing and you will fail. I promise you, you will fail. But without failure, there is no success. Stop looking for the quick fix, guys. Let's work together. Let's stay focused on the bigger picture, not the little things that's not going our way. Because we must create a legacy for ourselves and our children's children. We'll be taking a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back. Stay tuned, guys, as we wrap up today. We got some great nuggets. Thank you. Hang on.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Welcome back, guys, as we wrap up today talking about Dr. Luther King legacy, talking about financial freedom, making sure that we put things in place. Besides investing, another worthwhile risk, right, is to go into business for yourself, becoming an entrepreneur. You could do it full-time or part-time, whichever one fits your needs. So, investing, making sure you educate yourself and your children about financial literacy, starting a business, knowing your financial independence number, and also, I just want to touch on your retirement planning again, because most people are not contributing to their 401k. If your job have a 401k plan set up, you should be contributing, because we find that 6 in 10 people have less than, and I'm going to qualify this by saying African Americans, 6 in 10 have less than $50,000 saved in their retirement plan. And only 23% have more than $100,000 in these plans, according to one study. So comparatively, 34% of Americans in general have $100,000 in company retirement plans. 34, that's a low percentage. So let's not forget about the buying into materialistic things. That doesn't get us there. The focus should be on wealth building and investing for your future. But unfortunately, too many of us aren't doing the right things. But if we really believe in what we can do and how we can change our communities, we will start doing the right things and be able to bring back what we want as far as a community together, changing lives, bring it back to fighting for the right things and not fighting against the right things. One of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s most memorable quotes was when he said, "Faith is taking the first step even when you can't see the whole staircase." I love that quote. Think about it. Faith is taking the first step even when you can't see the whole staircase. You just keep going. Because if you have to see the last step before you go down the stairs, you're not faithful. You're not using faith. So let's make sure that we focus on that quote. If that's the one thing that you take away from today, make sure you use it wisely. Faith and risk goes together. If you take risk, that means that your faith is pretty high. The higher the risk, the higher the reward. So the higher your faith, the higher the reward. Make sense? So honor him by having faith, taking the necessary risk to build your wealth, managing your finances. If you have to put a budget in place in order to manage it, if you have to seek professional help, seek help. We all need help in something in our lives. We are human beings. It's okay to ask for help. It's not a weakness, it's actually a strength. So what we're saying is that some ways to take those prudent risks, right, is to put yourself in a position to become financially free. Taking those risks, putting your faith out there. Because if you step out and understand what faith is and how it can get you to the next level, you will know that there is no way you can fail. And if you do fail, you will know that, and you will understand that you will still get up. You will still continue on the journey even if you fail. So make sure, because we are likely to live longer again than you think. Plan for whatever you can and adjust if you must. You can adjust as you go. It's okay. So we have to make adjustment in life all the time. So just think about adjusting. Retirement readiness is less about what you've saved and more about how much income those savings must generate again. What are they generating? And don't let behavioral barriers, those barriers of people saying, "Oh no, that doesn't work, it didn't work for me," don't let that derail your plans. If you allow them to derail your plans, then your plan will not work. Here's another quick nugget. Become an owner, not a loner. of your time or your money. Because here's what happened. Traditional financial institutions, they take your money and they invest it in the global economy. What if you were to take your money, work with a professional? Yes, get professional management of your money. It's worth it. A small fee, really, to make you money, it's worth it. So you take your money. Instead of putting your money in the bank, you put your money in the global economy, just like the banks are doing with your monies, so that your money can make you money. Yes, money talks. So make sure you understand the concepts here. The bank is not in the business of making your money. You're loaning your money to the bank for them to make money on your money. And what is the national average right now is what? 0.003% interest rate on your money. Rates are not guaranteed. Rates are up and down, but rates are much higher in investment vehicles than it is in a bank account. So your money should not be in a bank account for your savings. It's not in a credit union for your savings or in an insurance company for your savings. Historically low rates of return. And again, before I wrap up, I must make sure you understand how your money can compound for you, compound interest. Because I want to make sure that I bring you all the nuggets all in one show that can help you to steer you in the right direction to get started, because you have to start now. It is the first month of the year. It is Dr. Martin Luther King birthday weekend as we honor him. It's time to look at our list, our New Year's resolution. I don't know, I don't make those. But if you have a New Year's resolution to fix it and make it better when it comes to your finances, there's no other timing but now to start. Start now, because the rule of 72 said it's the approximate amount of years it will take your money to double if you understand the rule of money. The rule of 72. You take your interest rate and you divide it into 72, and it will show you how much interest you will get back in how many years it will take for that income, for that interest, right? How long does it take your money to double? How long does it take your money to grow? The rule of 72, I did a show on just the rule of 72, so you can always go back and watch on YouTube. So the rule of 72. So let's say you're getting 3% on your money, right? Wherever you have your money saved, I don't know. So if you take that and divide it into 72, that will give you 24. So if you know that it will take you 24 years for your monies to double, would you leave your money there, wherever it is that's bringing you that 3%? No. Rates are not guaranteed. Rates are up and down. Past performance is not a guarantee for future results. But if you are getting, let's say your bank decide to give you 1%, take that, divide it into 72. Now, it will take you 72 years for your monies to double. How many doubling 72 years do you have in your lifetime? Yes, I'm talking to you. How many doubling 72 years do you have in your lifetime? Do you have that long to wait for your monies to double? So do you know that this simple rule can change your circumstances, change your wealth building, change the way you view your monies and how it works for you? By knowing this one simple rule, you must understand the rule of 72. If you're looking to get to financial freedom, if you're looking to change your money situation, and you're looking to change your communities, You're looking to give back, reach back and help those people who need you. You cannot help them if you cannot help yourself. You cannot help them if you don't learn these simple rules. You cannot help them. So I'm talking to you. Just take a moment. Think about it. 1%, 1 divided into 72 is 72. So think about if wherever your money is and where you're saving them, look at your statement right now and look at your interest rate. I want you to take it, look at it, and you do this math because it's 3rd grade math. You don't have to know math. Come on now, we can use a calculator too. Hey, I pick up my calculator sometimes. Hey, divide it. Look at your interest rate and divide it. And let me know if it makes sense to you to keep your money where you have it. If it's working for you and you have it in the right place, no need to change anything. Don't change it. Just tweak a few things so that you can get to building your wealth the right and proper way. There's so many ways. But if it's not working for you, you continue to do the same thing. 5 years from now, it's going to look like today because you haven't changed anything. And when you talk about change, Dr. Martin Luther King talked about change. He's talking about personal development also. Developing yourself personally, educating yourself, learning, and teaching others because each one teach one. You will get to financial freedom. You will build your wealth. You use the right tools, the right resources, the right guidance. You can get out of poverty. You can get out of debt. You can change your financial future for you and your future generations. This is Money Talks. I am your host, Cynthia Abbott. This is Millennium TV 24 in sponsorship with Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and all your smart TVs. Please download our app on your Android or your iPhone and catch us on YouTube. We're also streamed on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for watching. See you next week, same time, same place. Have a great Dr. Martin Luther King week. Thank you.